Hey, ain't we been through it all? Then we sleep on them floors. Everybody we thought we needed, we don't need them no more. Run it up, don't check the score. No, I'm balling.
Welcome to the official first video of Madden 23 No Money Spent. Now, this is my plan of attack on day one. A lot of you guys have been asking me what my plan of attack is going to be. I'm going to break this down. Now, as you guys know, I'm in Australia. Excuse me there. I need to state that. So I am less than 24 hours away of having my hands on this game. I will be live on Twitch tomorrow. So if you don't know, Twitch is in the bio. therealdatruthyadig. Come check us out. We will be fiddling around with things. Once I get my hands on it, I will have another video of what to do day one for a no money spent player. I've told you guys, and hopefully you've been following along with me on Twitch stream and telling y'all to do your rookie premieres, because that could be a big thing. But today, we're going to get into my plan of attack. Day one, straight off. Now, you see these four things in front of me. Mutt.gg, Madden 23 reveals. I have the team captains. On my TikTok and on stream, I rank these team captains. I'm not going to recap it now. I actually think I did a YouTube short on it as well. The way I ranked them: Eric Allen, Keyshawn Johnson, Larry Zonka, Sam Adams. Eric Allen, I think, is too small. This is for next gen people. If you're on current gen, he's probably going to be a god. But he's just too small, and I think he's going to be outdated real quickly. Keyshawn, great 6'4" receiver, but like I said, I think that archetype hurts him unless they change the archetype of what physical archetype can get. Larry Zonka, great fullback with 82 speed. Most people, I believe, are going to go theme teams early, so he's going to have 83 to 84 speed, which could be usable. But I think Sam Adams is the man to go. And if I click on Sam Adams and we just see what he can do at an 88 overall, I just think he's going to be fantastic, man. I think he's going to be fantastic. He will get inside stuff, I believe, for 1 AP, and we know how glitchy that can be. And it's a defensive tackle. No one wants to spend coins on the defensive tackle. If you can get a defensive tackle for free, I think you should go with Sam Adams without a doubt. So that's my plan of attack, starting off straight away. When it comes to team captain, Sam Adams is who I'm choosing, and I'm not thinking twice about it. All right, moving on to the All Madden team. Now, we all looked at this when we first saw him. We thought, you know, Cooper Kupp. I know you guys seen the gameplay. I think it was playing Clef and TD, and Barry Sanders with Evasive was looking crazy too. Michael Parsons, I think, is great. But for me, it's going Cam Chancellor. With all the stuff we've seen from the pre-orders, from the headliner team, and everything else, safety seems to be a weak point early in the game. And if I can get a 6'3", 220-pound safety with 85 speed, I think I'm going to roll with that. So I think I'm going to go with Cam Chancellor early on. I wouldn't mind Micah Parsons. The problem with him is this. He doesn't have the pass rush stat. He's more of a coverage linebacker, which is why he got pass coverage and he gets lurker for 2 AP. Now, if some of you decided to go with Cooper Kupp, I wouldn't be mad at you. Slot apprentice could be deadly early on in the game. Ability to hot route, go on corners, post. Problem with that is, look at his route running. Let me go back. We know the thresholds are 90. Will the slot apprentice and stuff matter because he won't hit the threshold? So will he separate? And just to piggyback, like I said, off the Eric Allen thing, receivers, they tend to get replaced quickly. We've already seen some receivers who potentially can replace these guys. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't, if you go with Cooper Kupp, I wouldn't be mad. And I think Barry Sanders, running back, should never go with that position. They get changed every week and updated every week. So when it comes to the All Madden players, that's what I'm going with. I say stick with Cam Chancellor. Now, from the pre-order packs, obviously, you know the 83 overalls, offense and defense. On offense, Jalen Waddle. I think everyone should go with Jalen Waddle. Unless you want to run Lamar Jackson, you should not choose 83 overall DeAndre Smith, excuse me. It should be Jalen Waddle, Jalen Waddle, Jalen Waddle, Jalen Waddle. Point blank, period, right? Like I said, unless you want to go with Lamar Jackson. On defense, it's a little more interesting because if you watch the Clef gameplay when he was playing TD, linebackers kind of animated. You know, and Isaiah Simmons, his move to linebacker last year obviously stumbled us a lot. He got the strong safety card at Christmas, which is great. But I think it's between Isaiah Simmons and Montez Sweat. Between the two, me personally, like I said, and all this stuff is subject to change. This is my plan of attack now, and I'm going to talk about why stuff is subject to change here in the future. If I'm talking about right now, I'll probably end up going with Isaiah Simmons. Just having 6'3", 240, you know, linebacker who I can use her, and we know he's agile and all that stuff. But if you went with Montez Sweat, you want to go with the pass rush, it wouldn't be bad. Montez Sweat always plays glitchy. Played glitchy for me last year. Again, problem with him, I have 83 from that 71 power move. We don't know how that's going to play early on in the year. Because obviously, like I said, we know 90 is most thresholds for everything. But for me, it's going to be Jalen Waddle, and it's going to be Isaiah Simmons. And I'm not going to think twice about it unless something else is revealed in this promo I'm about to talk about right now. In the promo I'm talking about, you can't see it because my face cam is blocking it, but I'll kind of hover over to show you the guys. Team builders, right? Now, every year, these team builders, there are 5 or 6 cards out of these team builders that are overly statted and that are great. We can look at the 5 last year. This Nasir Adderley with 89 speed. Obviously, he's not going to be that fast this year, right? This Chase Claypool was a monster, was an absolute monster. If we remember, this Antonio Gibson was a monster. A.J. Fields. So, Fabian Monroe, if you guys remember, for the Atlanta team that had, I believe he had 90 speed. I don't know if I can find him. I'll see if I can search on him real quick and see if I can bring him up. Reason why I'm saying this, right? Here it is, Fabian Monroe hit 90 speed. Reason why I'm saying this, even though we kind of know all this stuff now, there's still a lot more we don't know. And I'll talk on even more after that what we don't know. So be keeping open mind when it comes to these team builders. There's a lot of these team builders that will be on people's teams because a lot of them will be released. Hopefully by the time you guys see this, like I said, it's 11:30 on Sunday for me. And I'll be playing the game on Monday night, which will be Monday morning for you guys. There's still a lot of stuff we don't know, especially in terms of team borders, promos right around the corner. We got Ultimate Kickoff in 3 to 4 weeks. A lot of stuff and a lot of moving parts can change. So be mindful of that when choosing your team. And obviously, in-cats and stuff of that, like rookie premieres, which we will get into in a little bit. But I also want to talk about something else that could potentially hinder your decisions when we're talking about who you're going with. And that is the field pass. So, if you guys seen this, I'm leaving it on the screen. There's no more Mud Master. As a part of the field pass, the season pass will contain a lot of objectives similar to how you grind Mud Master. You guys have seen this, all right? Season field pass will feature player rewards. There will be 5 available players in season 1. So remember last year we got Cam Chancellor. So we all thought strong safety, we were set, right? This year we're going to get 5 individual cards. And I'm not saying anything, but I've heard some whispers, and I'm sure you heard some whispers as well. So be mindful of that. It's going to be 5 free cards you choose. And during season 1, those 5 cards, just like Cam Chancellor, just like George Kittle, those cards last year are going to be powerful and usable. So you don't want to spend money on cards that you're already going to have something invested in for free. And obviously with the news that you can buy field pass and all that, that's not confirmed. That was a leak too. You've probably seen that. But being mindful of that. 5 free players via field pass. Not to mention the 82 overall frees you get, which everyone better choose Caleb Farley when we're talking about the headliners. And then the 86 overall, everyone's going to choose Darnell Parham. Those are going to be 2 cards that's going to be on everyone's team. Because Caleb is fast and big. I think he's like 6'1", 6'2". And Darnell Parham is a monster at 6'8" with deep out elite. So be mindful of this when choosing. And this is why I said we have a lot of information we've had already. But there's a lot of information that has not came out yet that can clearly shape your team. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to talk about. A lot of people is asking this truth. What are you doing when it comes to rookie premieres? Let's revisit rookie premieres, right? 15 tokens. I've told you guys. If you've been in my streams, you've been on my TikToks, I've told you to do it on multiple accounts. You know why. I don't need a repeat. If you've done it on multiple accounts, you're sitting very pretty. Have I done it? If you know, you know. So, in cat, there's one that you can choose that takes 1 token. There's 15 tokens, and there's 2 where you can get 2 of them. And you can choose any rookie premiere. That's 4 tokens. So obviously 2 tokens, 2 tokens, and then 1 token. That leaves you 10 more tokens to do 2 auctionable ones. So you get 3 in cats, 2 auctionable ones. That's what I advise you to do. Now, you could go potentially 3 auctionable ones if, you know, for some reason they're extremely overpriced. I think these are going to be close to like $150 on launch day, or excuse me, when the game launches, excuse me. And then if you've seen it last year with Jamar Chase and Kyle Pitts, if you're going to sell these rookie premieres, wait about a week and a half, and they will jump up to like 250K, right? But it depends if you want to maximize it, or if you just want to take your coins and obviously build, you know, your team for the MCS ladder or whatever that's on the first day. You feel me? So looking at this, let's go look at the players, and I'll tell you who I'm kind of thinking of when it comes to this breakdown. All right, something that's a little different this year, rookie premieres, as you noted, there's 32 of them. Remember, we got 1 that we're not going to be able to choose. It's going to be out of 10. So that's going to be that first one you do. I suggest you do that one right away, so you can know, you know, where you're going to spend and where you're going to choose your other cards, right? But if I'm looking for rookie premieres, one you can look at right away is Khalil Elam. Obviously 6'2", big corner. Obviously has what, 86 speed. At 6'2" is going to be very playable. But again, corners do get upgraded a lot. Now, if you guys remember me speaking about Cam Chancellor, having safeties being scarce, Daxton Hill could be an excellent safety. He's fairly big, I believe. He has 6 foot, 192, 86 speed, 87 acceleration. He's not Trayvon Morig of last year, if you obviously played Ultimate Team last year. But he can obviously do some damage for you. Now, I've sing this guy's praises. If you've been in my Twitch chat, if you've been on my TikToks, I've said this guy could be your boom or bust pick. Abraham Lucas, right tackle for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, we know how EA does not like to upgrade their right tackles. Let's just call a spade, right? This man is probably going to be brought into the game as the number 2 or 3 rated right tackle that you can probably have on your team for like a month and be okay. That's not a bad option, y'all. That's not a bad option. So look, I would say stay away from, those positions I told you to get upgraded: receiver, quarterback, running back, unless it was one that was just blown out of the way. But I'm looking at O-linemen. I'm looking at safety. So I just spoke to you about 2 when it comes to Daxton Hill, and then we're talking about Abraham Lucas. But obviously looking at any other O-lineman. I'm trying to see him. I can't see him here. But Tyler Linderbaum at center. There's other O-linemen that I might be missing as well. I would stay away from Trayvon Walker. Let me just go through to the first page because it seems that's where all the O-linemen are at. If you want to go left tackle, Logan Bruss. We know right guard is a position. I mean, it couldn't be bad with you going with all offensive linemen if you go down that track. But when it comes to auctionable ones, obviously I wouldn't mind having an auctionable Abraham Lucas, if I'm being honest with you, if I'm being completely real with you, because in a week's time, if there's no right tackles, and you got to remember, these are going to run out because they're only going to be done at the first game. Now, I think more people are going to have these. If you've been following me like I've told you to, more people are going to have access to these, so they're not going to be crazy. But, Abraham Lucas is going to be valuable. Trust. And that's it for me. That's kind of my breakdown plan of attacks day 1. Let's recap. Team captain, Sam Adams, who I'm picking straight up. Obviously, the all-Madden players, I am going with Cam Chancellor. The pre-orders, I'm going with Isaiah Simmons or Montez Sweat, depending on what we get out of team builders. Jalen Watt, I'm going to go with. If we get team builders, that's going to change the whole dynamic. It's going to change everything from what you think. Because most of the time, like I said, there's about 6 or 7 of those 84s. We went through a couple of them that are always playing above their stats. Absolutely playing above their stats. We talked about the field pass. The field pass is huge because you're going to get 5 free players just from playing the game. That's going to be absolutely tremendous. And like I said, tomorrow I'll have a day 1 guide of what to do with no money spent. Like I said, I want to give you guys just an inside of my mind and what I'm going through with no money spent this year. Not just show you guys the final result, but show y'all the process, because the process is the best part. But that's literally it. I'm looking at my notes here as I'm going through this, but that's all I want to talk about. My plan one, my day 1 plan of attack. And when I say plan of attack, that's subject to change, because if we drop team builders and there's a fire, corner who's 6 foot, 87 speed, 84 overall, that's going to change things. So be mindful of that when you're picking your team. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Boys, it is here. Less than 24 hours. I don't know when you guys are going to see this. You're going to see this sometime on Sunday. Depends on when I can chop it up. Like I said, it is late for me. I don't know. I'll get it edited before I go. But until next time, I'm signing off with that Mile High Salute. We will have the Broncos Steam team as soon as we're able to build it. Deuces.